Morning, guys. Happy Wednesday morning. It is definitely a happy Wednesday morning for us here at Enough Said Sports. We went 3-0 last night. The hot streak continues, and definitely feeling really, really good this morning. And it's good to be on the right side and get those victories. And like I said before, we've just been on a tremendous hot streak, and it just continues, and very, very fortunate and definitely excited. But I wanted to talk to you about the closeout, the end of the series for the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics. The Nets finished them off last night in grand fashion there, and the spread was 12.5. It ended up at 12.5. I think it started out at 10.5 and grew to 12.5, I guess, because Kemba Walker ended up being out, and the Nets still got it done. They covered it, ended up winning by 14, and they move on to play the Milwaukee Bucks. So that's going to be one heck of a series. I'm going to do a preview video in regards to that here in a little bit. But just really, really disappointing season for the Boston Celtics. They really underachieved all year long. They're one of the teams that really frustrated me throughout the season, just because of all the immense talent that they have, that they should have been able to produce better results, and they just didn't do that. And like I had said in some of my previous videos, I really don't know where you go. I really don't know where you turn in this situation. I just know that something's got to change somewhere, and I guess Brad Stevens has got his work cut out, and I just don't get it. It's this Celtics team is the weirdest team I've ever closely watched, and I just don't get why they weren't better. They just they're superstars. Jason Tatum, those guys, that Jason Tatum, the Jaylen Browns of the world, the Marcus Smarts, the Kemba Walkers. Not they're superstars, but they're very good players, and they just didn't show up when they needed to show up, and they went home just like we thought they would, and they went home pretty quietly. So that's the end of that, and we'll see what happens to them going forward. The Brooklyn Nets, on the other hand, they move on to play the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Brooklyn Nets have a lot of firepower. I mean, as you all know, they got the big three: James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving, and they're very, very deep. You got Joe Harris on that team, Blake Griffin. They got a deep bench there as well. Got some good players coming off the bench, and they're going to be tough, and they seem to be kind of finding their legs with each other. I have some concerns about them in the next series against the Milwaukee Bucks for sure, and I'm going to give you a series preview on that here very shortly. But overall, very impressive with the way that they played. They really should have swept this series, though, to be honest. They shouldn't have lost that game to Boston there in Game 3, but I guess nobody's perfect. So all in all, the Nets are very formidable, very, very good. They got a ton of talent, and can't take anything away from them. They got it done, and they got us paid. So at the end of the day, they did their job. So it was good for them to go ahead and finish the series off and start to get some rest. And with as fragile as their big three is, when it comes to injuries, it's definitely a good thing that they're going to get some rest. So we'll see what happens in this next series going forward. I'll preview that, but for this one, that's the end of that. So really appreciate you guys watching as always. Thanks, and I'm going to drop a few more videos here. Just leave me your comments. Let me know what you thought about this series, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.